Good morning, children. Hope you people are safe. This is Sheila, your computer application teacher. Today we are going to see chapter 10, Introduction to Computer Networks. In last class, till last class you people had PHP. With that, the PHP just gets over, and now let us move on with a new topic, computer networks. What is a computer network? Computer network is nothing but a set of computers connected together for the purpose of sharing resources called as computer networks. What are we going to do is we will have multiple computers connected together, and using these computers, what do is we share informations, we share the resources, and that such process is called as computer networks. Yes, and importantly, internet is going to be the most common resource shared everywhere. Yes, internet is going to be the most common resource everywhere, which is being shared, right? Here you have file server, web camera, speakers, printers, scanners, fax machines, etc., which is actually being connected via network. Yes, accessing such services such as World Wide Web, your digital audio video, which is actually used for sharing applications, softwares, and storage servers. So what is an internet? Internet is nothing but network of network. Network of network is termed as what? Internet. A multinational company having having worldwide branches. The company wants to know about the demands and feedbacks of products in day-to-day basis. If all branches are connected in a network with internet easily you can collect all the information about the product. Say for example, let us consider a company now. This company is actually available in, now let us take like this, okay, fine. One company is available, it is a same company only. One branch is available in America, one branch is available in India, one branch is available in China, one branch is available in some other country, London also. Fine. So what happens is when these companies are interconnected via internet, any information that I wanted to get or if I wanted to share, it is possible via this network. This is the advantage of your internet. See, your computer networking is a technique of digital communication network, one that permits node to share its resources. See, we will call each and every system as independent node. Fine. So, in your computer networking is nothing but a technique of digital telecommunication network, one that permits node to share its resources. Node is not nothing but your independent systems. Using that, what do? We share the resources. We share the informations. Yes, a computer networking exchanges the data with each other through wireless connections between different terminals called nodes. It doesn't need not be your system alone. It even can be a mobile device, or it can be any other device which is used for sharing the informations, your resources. Find any files which can be shared. See, the informations can be shared via wired networks or wireless networks. Computers which is connected to the networks are called nodes. So what is a node? Computer which is connected to the network. Network means multiple systems or multiple devices will be connected together to share a resource. Yes, in that the computer which is actually connected to the network is going to be called as a node. The data originates and terminates at the particular node is called a source and destination. See, a data starts from some place, and say for example, there are n number of systems connected together. A, B, C, D and E. All this is connected together. Right? A needs information from needs to send information to D. Yes. C, it can send information through B, C and D, or it can even send from E to D. Here, we are not talking about shortest path distance. Yes, even that is actually applicable. Shortest path and all, using Dijkstra algorithm and all, we will calculate the shortest path through how the data can reach the nodes easily. We are not talking about it here. Okay, we are just talking about whether if I wanted to send an information from A to D, what happens? How am I going to send? The person who's going to send the data is going to be source, and the person who's going to receive the information is going to be my destination. Is that clear, children? In networking, you have each node will be identified by an IP address. IP addresses which will be available for each and every system. Yes, using that each and every system which is connected by for every systems you will have an IP address, and every nodes will be identified by the IP address. So what happens is and can include hosts such as it can be a mobile phone, tabs, personal computers, it can be a server and other networking devices also. Connecting more than one device is called as network. In many cases, application at particular communication were layered, others were simply in general communication protocols. The well-known networking for all is internet. So now let us move on with the history of computer networking and internet. Fine. In late 1970s, you had SAGE, semi-automated ground environment. It was actually used for military radar system. In 1960, you had SABRE, semi-automatic business research environment, which is used for commercial airline reservation. Then here came packet switching. Packet switching, data will be sent as packets via network. It is going to be termed as packet switching. Then what you had, intergalactic computer network. It was actually sent by JCR Liddell to his office colleagues discussing about the concept. A computer network engaged to access communication with users of computers. Next, your telephone switch, which was introduced by Western Electric, and it was implemented through computer controller. Next, what you have, WAN. WAN you people know, right? Next came your ARPANET. ARPANET was connected between 4 universities, namely the University of Los Angeles, California at Los Angeles, Santa Barbara, the Stanford Research Institute, and the University of Utah, using the 50 kilobits per second circuits. Next, TCP/IP came into existence, then host came, then Ethernet, then ARPANET, then new fiber optic cables. All these, the ARPANET is going to be the basics of your internet. It was actually 4 universities combined together to find this. Fine. So they used packet switching networks. Packet switching network is nothing but, what to say, you will have in a group, say for example, this is going to be one network, right? So when the data is actually being sent, it will be sent in the form of packets. It will be divided. Actually, why do we do this? It is because the full information, if I am going to send hello, how are you, you will be able to know I am sending a data fully, right? So what we will do is, we will be dividing the concept into, we will divide the packets into, hello will be one packet, how will be one packet, R will be one packet. So what happens is, I will be dividing the information into pieces, and I will be sending it as packets. That is going to be ARPANET concept. So what about TCP/IP? TCP/IP is nothing but connection oriented. It means whenever a request is being sent, you will get a response from it, right? Once when a connection is being established, you will get a response. In case we are not going to get a response, what happens is, I will be resending the data. That is your TCP/IP concept. Fine. So host, in 1973, a French network named Cyclades was the first to make host, which is actually responsible for reliable delivery of data. Later it becomes centralized service of network in itself. From host computers we will be receiving information, right? A central information. I mean, if A is going to be a host, A will be sending information to all other systems. That is going to be host. What about Ethernet? A memo at Xerox PARC was written by Robert Metcalfe describing Ethernet in 1973 in an Aloha-based networking system, which was developed in 1960 by Norman Abramson and colleagues at the University of Hawaii. At July 1976, the paper published Ethernet. See, Ethernet is a way of connecting your devices through for LAN, fine, you will have a small hub like structure which is actually used for connecting your systems for LAN connection and all. See, this is your Ethernet cable. This is your Ethernet cable for connecting the device for LAN connections. All these are the types of cables that we had. Next we had fiber optic cables, where light is actually used for transmitting the information. The speed of the transmission for Ethernet was slightly deviated from 10 megabits to 100 megabits per second. This is the evolution of your computer. It started up at 1945, and in 1995 we started e-commerce business. Your internet stands for International Network, which has technology, telecom and intelligence. Next you have Interconnected Computer Network, which talks about space, science and environment. And internet stands for investigating notions transmitted electronically around newly engineered technology. Nowadays, the internet plays a vital role. It provides all the information and services to us. Isn't it? Early days, if we want anything, we have to go to the market and purchase in person. Nowadays, we can order anything and everything, even food. We can order everything to the internet itself. Online service providers are you itself know so many service providers, right? Flipkart, Amazon, Meesho, Snapdeal, Zomato, all this is going to be your online applications, and they have the products at doorstep. Online payments help in sending and receiving money via payment gateway using the internet, isn't it? Internet is nowadays running 24/7, 365 days. A person sell or buy anything and everything anywhere at any time. That is the main advantage of your internet. Now on e-governance also we started using what? Internet. Say for example, for getting your birth certificates, for getting ration cards, even we can apply it through internet. E-banking, what to say, you can access anything, you can pay your bills 24/7, isn't it? Rather than standing in a big line paying your bills, you can make it easier in your e-banking. And you have Google Chromes, right? Your search engines, browsers. Using this, what happens? You can just go for anything and everything that you wanted. Whatever you want, it is actually available in your hands, isn't it? Using this internet, you can access any current affairs you wanted to know, any movies that you wanted to download, you can download it. If you wanted to chat with your friends, you are able to do it. All this is available using your internet, isn't it? What are the disadvantages of internet? Simply wasting your precious time on the internet by surfing, searching unwanted things. And lot of unnecessary informations are also available, isn't it? And hackers and viruses can easily theft your most valuable information available in the internet. And you will even have lot of security issues in your e-banking. The internet explosion. Internet is simply defined as worldwide web connection of individual networks which operated by academics, industry, government and private parties. The internet served to interconnect with laboratories engaged in the government research, and from 1994 it is expanded to serve millions of users and multiple purposes in all parts of this universe, isn't it? So what did we started to do? Initially, what happened? It just began and slowly it started to perform highly, and what happened? Millions of so users are now, even you are a part of user and I am a part of a user. What do? We even send details via YouTube, and you people are able to surf it, and you people are able to see it. Yes, so we are a part of users right now. In few years, internet built itself as a highly powerful platform that changed the way we do business and we communicate. Internet promotes as the universal source of information of billions of people at work, at home and at school. Internet gave high communication medium has an international globalized at all dimensions of the world. See, when we speak about internet, even now what happens is, even in this pandemic time, our schools are now available only online. So online we are able to watch the program, we are able to watch the classes that you get, we are able to take notes, you people are able to listen to the classes even now. It is because of all this internet. We are able to communicate each other. You have Zoom meet classes, we are able to see faces, right? Internet is growing all the time, but two things have marked its evolution nowadays: the mobile technology and social web. Yes, isn't it? This mobile technology only, since the internet is available in your mobile phone, it has just added up furthermore advantages. You can book anything from your mobile itself, you can make a video call from this, you can talk, you can watch, you can even surf, you can even get the library things. I mean, anything that is you need, any you don't go in search of a dictionary nowadays, you will go in search of a Google page, isn't it? You will surf, you will find the answer. We may find many communities in social web, right? Facebook was created in 2004 but gowned into worldwide network all over more than 2,230 million active users. Mobile technology on hand made it possible to reach internet and increase the internet users all over the world. See, this is all about internet, how we started using it and how it actually improved our business. Growth of computer networks. On account of networks operate all us the scenes in business and home, we usually want things wrong about it. Still, something goes wrong. Nowadays, computer network technology was developing in very interesting ways. Some keys have occurred over past several years included growth on popularity of cloud storage and cloud computing. On behalf of buying physical copies of games, music and movies, increasingly downloading and buy digital licenses there via internet. Developments on mobile network infrastructure. See, nowadays what happened? Mobile network, even 5G is coming into existence, isn't it? Now we have 4G and 5G is on the way to its existence. We had 3G, which had become older nowadays, isn't it? Why do we use this? For broadcasting, for watching. Guys, you people know how much of memory we actually needed for going into moon and coming back. Long ago, it was it was in kilobytes. It was not even GB. And nowadays only we started depending on GB memories. Yes, see, look at the generations. In 1G it was 2.4 kilobits per second. In 2G it was 64 kilobits per second. In 3G it was 2 megabits per second. And 4G it was 100 megabits per second. And in 5G it is more than 1 gigabits per second. This is the generations. Artificial intelligence will help to maintain, manage and protect it. Now the networks were monitored by algorithm that enables for anomalous buildups of traffic and activity, which may be the result of nasty activities such as distributed denial of service attacks and attempted hacks. What is it actually, distributed denial hacks? See, say for example, when several members make request to the same resource, what happens is there might be a slowdown. Yes, even when long ago we were all using button phones, and when we send New Year greetings for everyone, there will be a jam and nobody will be receiving information at the midnight 12 o'clock. Everybody will be receiving it in the morning or in the afternoon. It was so slow, isn't it? Long ago I am talking. So what happens? There was a denial of service. Yes, so what happens is, as artificial intelligence are getting into existence, what happens is this nasty activities is actually coming into breaking down and it is just getting stopped. Uses of computer networks. The computer networks plays a major role on providing information to large, small organizations as well as individual common man. Nowadays, all the companies, banks and stores are implemented the computerized transactions. Yes, isn't it? Anywhere you go, you have GPay, Google Pay, Payee, anything. Transactions are going in various locations. It may be in the same campus, building, city or at different places or cities. For all these purposes, the computer networks uses. Let us see about this in this passage. The common use of computer or communication, resource sharing, data sharing, or money saving, isn't it? So what is communication? Communication is one person can interact with the other person, and it is not only that one person can interact with another person, it is Google Meet. How many members are adding up? As much as any number of students, how many number of students are going to receive the Google Meet, that number of students can get connected to the group, isn't it? That is going to be your communication. What about resource sharing? Resource sharing is one device can be accessed by many systems. Yes, it can be anything. One file can be shared by many, or even in our lab itself. Yes, there will be one CPU where too many monitors will be connected, and from there what happens is, if everyone are going to work on the same file, it is not possible, whereas everybody can work on different files and they can even share the resources among them. Yes. See, we can even share software from one to another. Yes, it is going to be reliable, highly reliable. Reliable means what? Mean time to failure. The failure chance is very, very less. All files cannot be taken backup or duplicates on more than one computer. So if one is not unavailable due to hardware failure or any other reason, the copies can be used. What about money saving? See, you are reducing the manpower, you are reducing the paperwork. Even if you are going to pay your EB bills from your mobile, there is no necessity that you have to stand on a line or you have to waste your petrol as well, isn't it? So it reduces the work. Yes, children. With this we shall stop and we shall see the rest in our next class. Thank you, children.